After watching this video, you will know exactly who a backend or platform PM is, how is he or she different from a generalist PM, and how to excel this role. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob and I'll be your product management teacher. Today we're starting a series that is very old for this channel because it only had one video initially about the API PM, and now we're continuing it for different specialities for product managers. Today we'll look at platform or backend product managers. Let's kick things off with the definition. Platform or a backend PM is tasked with overseeing backend services side of the product. Hardly ever UI UX is involved. So I did mention the API product manager, and the platform backend PM is someone very similar. In fact, they can be the same role where the backend platform PM will actually be also looking at the API side of things. Thus, those roles will be similar and the advice will be on par. So the platform PM is someone that is both a product manager, project manager, and a team lead. He or she is tasked with making sure that product works, that it's not the side of the product that generates the value for the users, but generates the product itself, where the database has to work, where the different routes and technical fundamentals need to be optimal so the product works great. That also involves maintaining the servers, making sure that the cloud works, that the backups are being stored. So in comparison to like a generalist PM, you'll have many fewer stakeholders. You'll be just serving the management and the generalist PMs, and there will be hardly any clients involved like directly. The product needs to work and you are tasked in ensuring that. And because you are also the project manager and tech lead, you are the expert on stuff that the team that you'll have will have to build or maintain or improve. That's a very important aspect of it, because the generalist will be answering the question, what needs to be built? What is the problem that needs to be solved? And the backend platform PM will also need to know how to do it in an optimal way. So basically, when we look at the analog of a maritime ship, where the captain is the product manager, where the XO is the project manager, you will be the engineer, the chief engineer of the ship, and you need to get the ship running. Which also means that you will skip some of the work that's being usually done by product managers, like product discovery, like A/B testing, user interviews, a lot of stuff that's around making sure that you understand the needs of your stakeholders, which are redundant because you basically understand them and you sometimes define them by choosing the metrics that describe the health of the product. One other difference is that you will probably have many more opportunities to outsource different aspects of the product. For example, mentioned a cloud server. You won't have to have a physical computer in your office. Instead, you will buy Azure or Amazon Web Services. And that represents a lot of potential opportunities to make sure that the other companies at an optimal cost give you services that you need, and you just need to configure them and oversee the performance, which is how are things done nowadays. So knowing who a platform backend product manager is, let's figure out how to excel at this role apart from what usually defines a great product manager. As mentioned, be proactive in terms of, choosing the improvements, choosing what can make the product better. And what does it mean better for you? It means that you have to define the health metrics, the KPIs that will help you decide whether the product is quick, whether it's not crashing or crashing in an acceptable rate, that the database is running fluently, this kind of stuff. They will be different for different products, and you are the person who needs to know which ones are the most important, get the software and mechanisms to follow those metrics, and then act if they are not performing as expected. Now, you can also make it easier for you to prioritize your tasks because you will have the generalist PMs coming to you with requests. So when a request comes, you need to make sure that the person who came to you can tell you exactly the impact hypothesis. What will the work you do change in the product? That means that based on those impact hypotheses, you can then easily sort your tasks with priority because something that will keep the product running is more important than a 0.5% increase in one of the major metrics. This kind of stuff that makes your life easier. Finally, make sure you spend a little time each week to find other ways to run the stuff you do with different vendors, with different providers, different software, so that you can potentially eliminate any problems that haunt your product, but also be very wary of costs and looking for ways to having your product run at the same efficiency, at the same speed for smaller payments is something that will make you look absolutely brilliant in the eyes of your stakeholders and managers. This can mean anything from a different vendor to a different config in Azure or AWS, where you simply pay less and the users won't notice the difference. But it's up to you to find that and then present it as your achievement. So there you have it. That's all I have for you about the platform Backend Product Managers. But this is just the advice on top of being a great product manager. And to be one, I sincerely recommend you check out my courses on Udemy, Skillshare. Links are now on the screen. In those courses, I present everything that led me to my current position at Microsoft and, well, here in front of you, sharing my knowledge. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.